Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the real MVP. So guys, lovelies, I came across this video right for you, and I thought to share with black people are actually correcting the fact that so many pan-colored women are so tired and talking about how they want to get in participant with black people, but black people are still not wanting to trust them. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So a lot of this wanna just relax, leave your thought in the comment section, share if you've not done that, subscribe if you've not done that already. And let's dive into this discussion that got the whole of internet reacting.
Let's have a conversation about allies, forgiveness, and being honest with ourselves. Follow me. It's kind of deep, but you'll get there when I'm done. Now, everybody remembers this famous picture. This is Elizabeth Eckford. This is Hazel Massery Bryan. Well, Hazel Bryan Massery. Okay? They're both 15 at the time. This was Elizabeth's first day of school in Little Rock Central High School. And Hazel back here, as you can see, was yelling epithets. N-word, we don't, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, we don't want to integrate. N-words, go home, go back to Africa, things like that, right? Okay. So this woman became very viral for the time because northern newspapers printed her face with this much vitriol in it, screaming at this black girl who was just trying to go to school. And for years, it bothered her, right? So 97, 98, something like that, she called her up. And a picture was taken when they finally reconciled. It was like the 40th anniversary of the integration of Little Rock High School. Now, this is the picture. Now, these are those same two women at the anniversary of the integration of Little Rock 9. On the left is Elizabeth Eckford. On the right is Hazel Massery Bryan. Might be reversed. Actually, I think it's Hazel Bryan was her maiden name. Now, you would think, after seeing this picture, that, the reconciliation would have worked and that they're good friends, right? You would be wrong. In 1997, Eckford and Bryan briefly became friends. In 1999, David Margolick traveled to Little Rock and arranged to meet Elizabeth and Hazel. According to Hazel Bryan, she said, quote, "I think she still, at times we have a little, well, the honeymoon is over now, and we're getting to take out the garbage." Eckford began to believe Bryan, quote, "wanted me to be cured and be over it and for this not to go on. She wanted me to be less uncomfortable so that she wouldn't feel responsible anymore." You can read the rest down there. People seem to think when I say ally is a slur that I am somehow being offensive. And I'm not. I am not in any way. What I am being is honest. We have to be honest about ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. If I hit you, you might, in the beginning, it will hurt. After about a year, you will recover. But in 10, 15 years, if you still haven't forgotten that, that's on me. That isn't on you. Now you multiply that by 1 million and then take into account that America truly has never really dealt with the punches and the stings and the violence and the barbarity that it has foisted upon its own citizens. This current push to erase history, this current push to, downplay the achievements of people who are not the white male archetype is the final straw. It is the Hazel Bryanting of the world. Basically, this all happened. You should get over it. And unfortunately, it's not just the right or the right wingers that perpetuate that as well. There are people on the left that do the exact same thing. You think that standing and giving yourself the title of ally somehow absolves certain things? It doesn't. People have a right not to trust you. And they will. They will tell you outright that they don't trust you. And you have to look at it from the standpoint of the person who has been hurt. A lot of people don't want to put that spotlight on themselves. The reason we have never had a true reconciliation about race in this country is because there's always one party that's uncomfortable with it. And unfortunately, it's never the party of the aggrieved. It's the victimizer that feels uncomfortable. We are dictated by the whims and wishes of those who understand their place of privilege but don't want to acknowledge the harm that it has done. I say all the time, I am a man, okay? So I have a level of male privilege that I have to reconcile with every single day. Now, at no point do I go to women who have been the victims of men and their violent tendencies and tell them, why don't you get over it? Nor do I actually stand up and say that I am an ally of women. Words mean nothing. Platitudes mean nothing. It takes work and a willingness for that work to happen, a willingness to be uncomfortable in those situations. And a lot of people are just not. Some things are just too big for somebody to understand that, this is a whole thing. This isn't just you. This is a whole thing. And what we have seen over the last, I'll say 10 years, is people trying to change the narrative in order to make themselves feel better. But you can't do that. You cannot do that. Being willing to be in that uncomfortability and then working your way through it, that should be the goal. Not erasing everything so that you don't have to be uncomfortable ever, because nothing changes if you don't. And like what Hazel Bryan Massery has proven is that it doesn't matter how long it happened. It doesn't matter how long ago it happened. If you're not willing to take the steps to actually fix what has been broken, then what are you really trying to accomplish other than to make yourself feel better? Everybody loves talking about Malcolm X. There's a whole bunch of right-wingers love bringing up Malcolm X about what he said about white liberals. Here's something Malcolm actually said that a lot of you should take into consideration. If you stick the knife in my back 9 inches, you stick a knife in my back 9 inches. If you pull it out 6 inches, that's not progress. If you pull it all the way out, that's not progress. Progress is healing the wound, acknowledging why that knife was there, and then reconciling the consequences of that. Go look it up. That's actually what he said. America will never get better. America will never be great. It's never been great, but it will never be great. It will never live up to the words, the lofty words in the Constitution, until we do one thing and one thing only. And that is this. Some people have to sit in that uncomfortableness. Giving yourself an ally tag when you haven't earned it and you've done no work for it just shows that you're still not willing to do that work. You want to strive to be an accomplice. And the first thing you must learn is this. As an accomplice, you must know what it is that has happened, knowing history, understanding the benefits that you have taken from that history, recognizing it and using it to make people sit in that uncomfortability about that history, and then going forward in healing. A lot of people don't want to do that. They want to be like Brian Massery. They want it all to go away so that they're no longer the face of their own actions. Just something to think about.
So this is just a quick message to my people. Okay, you beautiful brown and so-called black people out there in the world all over. Did y'all know how special y'all are? Do y'all know how special you are to the Most High? Like, he said you are so special and that he loved you so much. He created you to be above all nations that are upon the face of the earth. If you don't believe me, open up your Bible and read it. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6 says, "Thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth." Above every other nation, every other people upon the face of the earth, you are above them. This is what the Most High declared in his word. God is not a man that he would lie. And this is what our people have to begin to understand. He said he loves you above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Why do you think they try so hard to keep us down, to keep us out, to keep us oppressed, to keep us separated, to keep us conflicting and fighting with one another, to keep us hating one another? Who done this? The so-called white man's done this and been doing this for hundreds and hundreds of years. In that precept specifically, it is declaring segregation. The Most High, when he created us, he always wanted us to be separate, especially from these Edomites, so-called white people. He always wanted us to be separated from them. Being intermingled and entertained with them, entangled with them, it's brought us nothing but bad. Think about it. Countless amount of times, it's brought us nothing but bad things. Go back. Think about our history. Since we came over here to America, and for the natives that are from this land, that are indigenous of America, here in America, this is your land. The moment that so-called white people came in contact with the natives, it's been nothing but bad. And this is what we have to understand, y'all. We have to separate from our enemy. We have to come back together with one another and begin to build each other up and begin to love each other, okay? And with that being said, you cannot do that with an enemy in between you and your people. When our people begin to wake up and actually grasp that concept, how powerful we would be as a nation of people. Right now, our nation, our people, and the majority of our people don't know who they are or where you come from, don't know your ancestors, your great-great-great-great-grandmother. You don't know. So you run to the so-called white man to get a DNA test just for them to give you a lie, to give you some sense of, oh my goodness, this is where I come from. That's a lie. We Israelites, we the children of Israel. You come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That so-called white man, that's a fraud. That's not who our Savior is. That's not the real. His name's not Jesus. He was a Hebrew man. Okay? And with that being said, he was very dark skinned. All the things that they so-called don't like about us, they copy. Make it make sense. If you don't like these big lips or this big nose, let them tell it. Or that nappy hair, let them tell it. But then you turn around and you copy it? Like, make it make sense. It's time for my people to wake up and realize how special you truly are. Know who you are. Remember who you are. And know that remember the power and the greatness that is within you. You have to separate from your enemies. Your enemies have pulled you down. And make no mistake, your enemies is so-called whites. The Bible tells us that we was sold to our enemies. We was brought on ships and sold to our enemies. And no man has bought us. Look at history. That's why they can shoot our people down in the street and go off not guilty. That's why they can have a knee on the neck for 9, 10, however many minutes the officer had his knee on George Floyd's neck until he took his life. And now they ready to acquit him and let him out and go not guilty. The things that they do to us, shoot our sisters down in the street pregnant and go off not guilty. How they cheat us. In order for you to get a house loan, your interest is going to be 10 times your white counterpart. In order for you to get a car loan, your interest is going to be 10 times your white counterpart. Y'all, we have to wake up and separate from our enemy. I'm all for segregation because segregation is biblical. And these so-called whites, they know that and they understand it. That's why they cleave so tight to us, y'all. They don't like us, but yet they want to be just like us. And they just can't help themselves but to be up in our business. But with that being said, keep y'all butts in the house. Do not go out there to that April 5th protest, okay? Tomorrow is the Sabbath. Observe the Sabbath. Stay at home. Chill. Don't cook. Don't buy. Don't sell. Honor the Most High. And He'll bless you. Shalom.
Fam, it's time to be informed. My people, it is time to be informed, because right now we have got a sitting president that is doing things in this country that there is no constitutional precedent for, because not even their founding forefathers thought any motherfucker would try it. And that motherfucker is doing it, sitting in the White House. And we should be concerned. This sitting president is defying the Supreme Court, defying Congress, threats to weaponize the military against United States citizens. This is full-on fucking fascism. And we use that word a lot, but I don't think we really understand just how ugly, how damaging, defeating fascism really is. In order for us to ever beat them at their game, we need to understand how the game is played, how the game is supposed to be played. What are the rules? What are the checks and balances? How do we get ready to sweep their asses in the midterms? You need to know how this government works. There are 2 books that I'm going to share with you at the end of this video. They're easy readers and not a dig at your reading comprehension. The truth of the matter is, the easier the book is to read, the more likely you are to finish it. You need to read it from front to back. But be informed. Know what you know, so nobody can confuse you and talk you out of it. If we're going to fight for liberation, we need to know what liberation looks like. So here are the books. If you don't know how to get them, go to your local black-owned bookstore, ask them to order the books for you, and they will do it. Circulate our money in our community. Read the books. Know how this game is played, so we can know exactly how they're playing against us, and we can beat them at it.
Like, seriously, lovelies, I totally agree with what my favorite TikToker, who happens to be Thomas, say about allyship. I totally understand and I agree. I am talking the reference of some of these, pine-colored women who actually came out, to talk about how they are in support. They are, trying to form allyship with people that looks like me, with whatsoever that is going on right now. At the course of the April 5th protest, there was a lot of, speculations, reactions, and commentaries that so many of these pink-colored women actually, left commentaries in some people's posts, especially people that looks like me, reacting to the fact that the protest was actually peaceful and thereabout. And somebody left a commentary which I was like, What do you really expect? So this woman was like, what is it that people that looks like me want them to do? Like, she was like, what is it that black people want? If black women do something, they will complain. And if black women chose not to do anything, they will still complain. Like, they are so fed up. They're trying to form, or they're trying to create this relationship to actually make people that looks like me, trust them one more time and try to make them understand that they are actually doing something. And I like the fact that his sister replied that commentary, and she was like, okay, you have gone for this protest and thereabout. Like, what is the outcome? Like, okay, and so what is it? What is the outcome? And another thing is that it's so easy to come out to talk about how people that looks like me are actually not relatable because they don't want to really trust, white women or white men and all of that with all of their, oh, we are here for you. They say that one when one is beaten twice, when someone is beaten once, this person wouldn't want to be beaten twice, right? In the sense that these people have experienced countless times of disappointment from you guys. They have experienced like like resentment. Like, sometimes so many of the Pankolo people comes out, especially on the social platform, to talk about how, oh, they're in support, they understand what black people are talking about. Oh my god. Do you understand their struggle? Like, we are here for you right now. We are actually, and at the end of the day, when people that looks like me decide that, okay, I think that they are having a change of mind, they understand what we are going through. I think they know exactly what to do right now. And when these people are beginning to have a confidence of, okay, you guys are standing with them, before you know it, you people show your true color again. So how do you expect these people to trust you when you say that, oh, we are here again for you to stand with you? Like, let's just take for instance this, election that just went by on the social platform. Even myself, I know I stitch videos and I do whatsoever, like, to actually know what is happening out there, which I bring it up here. Even myself, I thought with the way at which I was seeing so many stitches from especially pink colored women talking about how, oh my god, this man is not gonna be, like, nobody should allow this man, like, we should stand by, solidarity and all of that. Like, they were all out, you know, and people like me thinking that they really understand what is going on, and they, for the very first time, they want to do something right. And all of a sudden, after the election result was out, it was just as if all of those things, all of those, oh my god, we are here for you, are just lies upon lies. And it also shows that, ah, black people, you guys are just standing on your own. You shouldn't actually depend or trust anybody. That is just what all of the election and results shows. So if people see stuff like that, do you still expect that same people to trust your judgment, to trust whatsoever you say? Like, it actually takes a lot. It takes, countless times of proving your proving yourself. Like, try to make, like, if you want someone to trust you, if you have disappointed this person countless times, it takes numbers of time for you to keep on making this person to trust you, in order for this person to trust you. Because you have hurt this person one time, not even two or three times, like, continuously, but it's just that now it's as if this thing is affecting everyone. It's just affecting everybody. So you see a lot of pink color people coming out, oh, talking about, oh, we are here, like, we are standing, we need to do this together. Let us assume that, oh, this was not, or this has nothing, or has no effect with some people. That is when you see that people that look like me are still standing on their own. That is when you see that some people will not be crashing out the way they're crashing out right now. Like, there is this mega supporter, I actually posted a stitch Yesterday, he was like, oh my God, he's a small business owner and the Trump tariff is actually affecting his business and all of that. This man, I try as much as I can to go to his platform to actually check, his page, and he was just all about facing his life. He don't even care about whatsoever that was going on. He never cared about whatsoever. Then when his small business was now touched, this is when he have to come out online and start crashing out. Like, this is just it. This is why it's as if when some people are talking about, oh, it's togetherness, allyship, this, that. People that look like me are just looking at you with 3D because they don't trust. They don't trust you. And you wouldn't blame them. You wouldn't. Like, it takes, you know, when you have broken someone's trust 1, 2, 3 times, like, it takes the grace of God for that person to still have confidence in you, to trust you. So if they are just being mindful, that doesn't mean that, oh, all of your effort is just appreciable. But it's just that they are being careful. They are just trying to hold on to their emotions and not allowing your now participants to determine what will happen in the nearest future. You know? Anyway, lovelies, when I saw this topic, I thought that I was just going to put it obvious just to set some, record, because I've seen so many commentaries. Sometimes when I stitch videos, I see, some commentaries, especially from white women talking about how, oh my God, black people, what do you want us to do? Like, we have done all our best. Like, oh my God, what do you want us to do? It's not easy. It is not easy. I think you just continuously doing and just keep on proving right. At least you have started by going out, protest, and speaking out. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section for what you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. Like, and I will see you, lovelies, when I leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. Like, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.